Hello and welcome to the Weekly Roundup, where we talk everything from movies, TV shows, video games, and everything in between. Start us off with, Logan has some movie news, I believe.
I've got some good geeky news. Lord of the Rings from Amazon. The budget for season 1 has been announced, reportedly, at $465 million for one season.
Oh my god.
Now, from top of my head, each movie cost around $90 million.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, that's just roughly in my head. I can remember reading about. So for one season, $465 million. That's freaking insane.
It's wild. I
For
mean,
a season. It's like, is this going to be the show when it comes out? Is this going to... Obviously, they must be doing makeup and stuff. They can't be doing CGI arcs like The Hobbit did.
if you're spending that much money on a TV show, you have to be doing like so many practical effects and as well as makeup, as you said.
Isn't like CGI actually more expensive? So practical effects would be cheaper. It's just more difficult.
I know, but it kind of raises a lot of questions on like why it costs so much for one season. Why does
it cost that much?
We don't know. Like, do we know the episode length? Like, sorry, not the episode length. How many episodes are in the season?
There was one rumor saying it was going to be like 20 episodes. I thought it was a bit long.
That does seem a bit long.
I like it when it's like 10 episodes. You know, like Game of Thrones, where you just know every episode's like
I can't imagine that it would be 20 episodes and they'd all be, you know, like your standard 23 minutes because it need to fill your half-an-hour TV slot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's going to be like what you said. It's going to be, I would assume, 10, 11 sort of episodes, roughly in like the 40-minute mark sort of thing.
And it's going to be based in the Second Age.
Yeah, I mean, but that budget just...
Island of Numenor.
That's wild.
The origins, where Aragorn's people come from. Sauron. He was about in the Second Age. The one ring getting created, that was created in the Second Age as well.
Yeah.
So lots of nice lore, and I cannot wait for it. Because Lord of the Rings needs to come back. Greatest movie trilogy of all time. We have not received anything like it since. And it's true. We haven't.
I mean, it's hard to...
Tell me I'm wrong when I say that is the greatest trilogy of all time.
I can't think of another one.
There's nothing... You can see stuff, but just as good. But there's been nothing like yearly released and that quality with For the Return of the King, one of only 3 films to win every Oscar category it was in. It won 14 or something.
I know, it's wild. Those films still hold up, considering how like it was early 2000s.
Yeah, because most of it's practical effects. Most of it.
Yeah.
So that's why it looks so great. And that's why, for some reason, it looks so much better than The Hobbit. I don't talk about that film because it just upsets me.
Yeah, we'll forget about that. Right, so yeah, $465 million for one season.
Can't wait.
Season 2 must be more than.
Because I'm pretty sure Bezos, Big Jeff,
Lex
Luthor himself.
My name's Jeff.
He's a huge Lord of the Rings fan. He's a huge geek, actually.
So he's just funding it himself.
He must be just like, I thought it was probably like a penny out of his slope.
This is my pocket change for the day.
No, that's literally what it's like. He's got what?
This is my lunch money.
What's he worth? Like over 100 billion or something?
Oh, I don't know. It's too much money for one man.
That's literally pennies to him.
Too much money for one man.
Yeah. Give me some.
Yes.
But anyway. For next, I have on for TV. I think. Did you have anything movie related or
movie? No, I mean I haven't really seen anything personally that I would, want to discuss, sort of thing.
Dota, the anime, is getting a second season from Netflix.
Ah, yes.
I thought that was going to happen. It was a good show. Plus, you have Valve probably funding it, I would imagine.
Yeah. Plus, Netflix, they tend to normally give most things more than one season. Sort of like.
Plus, their anime budget must be quite big because it was quite popular.
Yeah, I mean, like you said to me last time, they're like, and you can tell they're really trying to get into that anime market.
Yeah, they have to. Because there's so much money.
Yeah,
like, I think Crunchyroll is worth over $1 billion. Like the company that do obviously Crunchyroll's the anime.
Yeah,
like for streaming. What's the word I'm looking for? Streaming. I don't know. What's the word?
Streaming company. Yeah.
Oh, that's not the word. It doesn't matter anyway. Anyway, yes, anime is worth a lot of money, and now you have all these different. Netflix are investing a lot, which is a good thing.
Well, it's a very big market to get into because, like you said, Crunchyroll is probably the most. It's probably the top platform.
Yeah, it is
for
top,
anime.
Yeah, it is top platform.
And obviously,
Funimation.
Yeah,
just behind it.
And Netflix won't a piece of that, which is understandable. And they have been creating a lot of anime over the past few years, like sort of like slowly building up.
Good ones and some very. I just don't like their CGI ones.
Some very
not anime.
Very mixed ones.
3D CGI crap. Oh, I cannot stand that. It just looks like a PS3 video game, and then the frame rate drops to about 20 when the action scenes. How do people watch that and be like, "Oh, this is so good"? Not for me.
No,
not for me. But yes, season 2 of that. I think they're just calling it Book 2. The first one was called Book 1, but basically 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I don't play Dota. I don't know anything about Dota. You don't need to
don't know
know
anything either.
I mean, sure, it helps knowing some of this. Like, I recognize some of the characters just from playing the tutorial in the game, but it must have been very popular because it was on the Dota 2 Steam page where it has, what's the average of that game? Like 500,000 people on at once, every day or something like that. It was literally on it was on the front of that, just been like Dota 2 anime Netflix.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Dota Dragon's Blood or. But yeah, really good anime. Everyone who likes anime should watch it. Next, I have Love, Death, and Robots Volume 2 out May 14th from Netflix as well. Now, that is a unique show.
Yes, the first season of that, I think for a lot of people, it really came as like, out of nowhere.
Not called Love. I don't have the word sex or something in it.
I thought that as well, but I'm pretty sure it is Love, Death, and Robots.
I swear the first one had something like that as well.
I feel like it is called the exact same.
Or is that just my dirty mind?
No, it's Love, Death, and Robots.
Is that what the first season was called as well?
Yeah. You're just...
Maybe I am.
A very sexual mind.
I swear that's what it said. Unless they changed it. I don't know.
Changed it. But yeah, first season of that, I think it caught everyone by surprise.
Oh yeah, that first episode. Then like the tournament and they like turn into monsters or something.
Oh yes.
Oh, I want a show on that.
That kind of reminded me of like the Dishonored style. Like that the art style they had for that in terms of the animation.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. Yeah,
it did. Every episode's different. Every episode on their own. Some are only like 10 minutes long. Some are 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
The other good ones. There's a lot of good ones.
See the very last
the farmer
episode.
one. Was that the last episode?
Well, yeah, with the robots.
The robots and the aliens and.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was
essentially
such a cool.
It's kind of like Matrix Revelations almost in a way.
Ah yeah, pretty much. But it was excellent.
The last episode of the season, the one with I believe they're obviously like the Russian soldiers. When they go into like the sort of like the snowy hills and that.
Oh yes, and it's got the.
That was so good. That episode.
So good as well.
That was. It looked
watch it again, actually.
Beautiful as well.
Oh yeah,
unreal.
I really like the werewolf episode. Such a simple idea.
Oh yes.
When they're military base.
Yes.
Lichens are like a normal thing that this army hires, and
as well as, do you remember the episode?
Unique storytelling. I think.
The Asian characters where you've got it's kind of like a mythic tale. It's like that guy and his son are like hunters. They're hunting that sort of like that. It's almost like a fox creature.
Oh, is that when they turn to a robot or something like that?
Yeah, like he slowly sort of like turns to like this steampunk world, and he's like replacing her piece by piece until she's just pretty much a mechanical beast.
Yeah,
that was a really good episode as well.
Really good. The trailer was really cool. I swear, did you see the trailer?
I did. Yeah.
Did Michael B. Jordan in it?
I thought that as well.
I swear, for a split second, I swear it's his face you see. It definitely looks like him. I was going to pause it for him earlier just to confirm, but easily. You know what? I'm going to check this right now.
I imagine it'll be the same. The first season had, I believe it was, 18 episodes in the first season. Now, season 2...
18 episodes?
Yeah, 18 episodes, wow. Yeah. But like, you don't realize at the time because...
There were some ones in there I was like, oh, it was quite boring. Because I compared it... Because the first one... I think it's arguably still the best.
It starts off really well.
It starts
and then it ends
right
well as well.
Yeah, it ends well. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, there is a lot of like sort of canon fodder in the middle.
Almost like filler. It feels like.
Yeah, I mean they're not awful, but they're not. They do not stand out.
Okay, I can't see him here. I swear it looks like him.
I bet has the cast or anything been announced yet?
Nah, but usually IMDb is quite good at this stuff.
Well, we'll wait and see.
I'm gonna watch it again later. Just confirm. But yeah, May 14th. I'll wait to binge that. Definitely.
Yeah, looking forward to that, definitely.
It's not the same day as Castlevania, season 4.
I can't. Did they say the release date for that?
Oh yeah, they did.
I can't remember.
They literally announced it like an hour after we finished our last weekly roundup.
Oh, that was great as well.
Good timing. But yeah, that's all I got from the movie, TV stuff for the geek, nerdy stuff.
We shall move on to video games.
I think the biggest one.
The biggest one.
I know the biggest one.
Oh, okay.
From this week that was quite upsetting for me personally.
Upsetting. Okay. We'll start off with some light things. The Port Studio Aspire Media will head up the remake of the 2003 Star Wars game Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, see, I was very excited that the Knights of the Old Republic in a remake because it says remake. Is it a remake? Is it Final Fantasy remake? Is it a new game basically?
Like from the ground up,
or is it a remastered? I feel like some studios say remake and it's like, is it remake though?
Well, the IGN post where obviously I'm getting the sources, it says remake.
Okay. But the studio, I'm pretty sure when I looked at it, I was like, can they do this? Can they be skillful?
They're not really
known for anything really.
Yeah.
Like standouts.
Well, they're pretty much like a port studio. They're just obviously
that
just
game
doing
deserves
games.
all the love and attention. It's a beautiful game. The
It's
second one's even better in my opinion, but that was made by Obsidian, I'm pretty sure.
it's just that it's held in high esteem.
It's
Sorry,
one of my
by
first
everyone.
RPGs I think I ever played on the original Xbox. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good game. Make the third one. Why is no one making the third one? Oh, my voice broke.
Right. Next, we have a quote from Jim Ryan, the head of SIE, Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Basically, the PlayStation boss, essentially.
Yes, it's pretty much said that PS5 will have more exclusive games than previous PlayStation systems. Quotes, we have been quietly but steadily investing in high-quality games for PlayStation. End quote.
Well, their new game coming out soon, Returnal?
Returnal, yes.
That looks really cool.
It does, yeah.
I'm really excited for that game.
I know, I kind
It's like
of
Groundhog Day mixed with, looks like Control. That
Yeah.
game, and the combat looks, I just think it looks like a really fun, cool game.
No, it does, yeah. I mean, we've heard little bits about that. Obviously, you know, the whole Days Gone situation, how that studio was starting their own game after the Days Gone 2 pitch got sort of like rejected almost.
Rejected, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense in a way, you know. Obviously, Sony want those big AAA games to bring people to their platform to sell consoles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's understandable. They've made, I mean, look how many AAA games they've had.
They need to make
exclusives.
they need to make more consoles for people.
I'm still trying to look for one.
Oh yeah, you won't be able to play it. It'll just be me playing Returnal. I haven't switched my PS5 on in ages either.
I know,
use
but
my
yeah.
Xbox, but
Yeah, you can't deny PlayStation are killing it in terms of console exclusive games.
Oh, they have for
a long
a
time.
long time now.
I know we're
Very long
Xbox
time.
fanboys, but you can't deny that. There's no
of
point
course.
trying to be oblivious to it.
My favorite game of all time is Last of Us.
Yeah,
Part 1, I think. That's really difficult. I love both games. But anyway, that's a different conversation.
But yes, looking forward to that, obviously.
Oh, very
more
excited.
games, more big games.
Big announcement.
Big? Oh, is this the big announcement?
Oh no, it's the second biggest.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Battlefield.
Of course, yes. We're back with the Battlefield news again.
But it's reveal coming soon. And then there was a few details.
Yes.
Biggest dev team ever for a Battlefield game. Launching this year, confirmed.
Whoop.
And it's in the polishing and balancing phase.
Oh, baby.
That just means the game's done. It just needs the bug fixing and obviously, like it says, balancing. It could be anything from weapons to environments to anything, literally anything.
Makes you more excited, doesn't it?
I can't wait for that.
You just know you're that close to getting it now.
I wonder if they'll announce it that'll be on Game Pass day one, like the rumors are.
Yeah, from like last week. Yeah,
that's huge. That's massive.
Well, like we were talking about last week, how it's going to be purely just a next gen game, and that'll boost the numbers up, sort of thing.
They confirmed that as well, next gen only, which is good news.
Oh,
I think it's good news.
I think we need to start moving towards that.
I know it sucks for people that obviously don't have the new console.
No, I know. Like it's
if you get the new console, then you're gonna be like, oh, why is the game being held
Why have I
back?
paid so much money for a console to play higher games that isn't doing it well?
Play a new console to play a new Battlefield, but like it's still gonna be roughly the same as.
Yeah, I mean,
so this is a good
purpose.
decision. So nothing's held back. It's just all out. Oh, I cannot wait. Especially, everything you hear from this game has been amazing. Where the opposite has been for the next COD game, which sounds like it's gonna be an absolute clusterfuck.
You mean like how Cold War worked out so
it
well?
It honestly sounds worse than Cold War. Apparently,
from the things that we've probably both seen.
At the end of the day, there's rumors, but not good. It's not good news.
Yeah, but there was a lot of rumors for Cold War, and look
they
how that turned out.
Yep, and they were correct.
Yep.
So the big news is Big Jeff Kaplan has left Blizzard.
Yes.
The creator of Overwatch, essentially. He was like the lead
Big
guy
Jeff.
after 19 years with the company. Now,
when you think Overwatch, my mind, when I think of someone behind the scenes, is immediately Jeff.
He's like, he always announced all the balance, all the new heroes. He was always the forefront. He was the head of that game, essentially. Basically, someone else like who was basically second in charge. I can't remember his name. Taking care is now the new director of Overwatch 2. It's just worrying because this is another big name dev that has left Blizzard. And it's all because Activision are getting their money claws around this amazing company. This, like when Blizzard made a game, it was always 10 out of 10 for a long time. They were very slow at making games, but that's why they were so good at them.
Yeah.
But now it's just fucking Activision. They're finally getting, because when they merged, because the company's called Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
When they merged, they said it's essentially Blizzard's going to be by itself. They can do their own thing, do whatever they want, because they had the track record.
I smell shite.
Well, it took them a wee while, but they're finally getting their little scummy claws around them.
Let's be honest. They were definitely going to do that
all
at some
these devs
point.
are leaving. These are lead people that have been at the company for like decades.
That's like with anything in
Nearly
life.
20
right?
years Jeff was there for.
It's like anything in life. If you have a lot of people leaving from one place of work, there
In
is
the space of a few years.
Yes, there's a reason why.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good sign.
People can choose to ignore that, but frankly, to me, that's just stupid. There
Oh,
clearly is a reason why.
It's like, is Overwatch 2 in trouble? Probably not. Because they've been making it for a wee while now.
Yeah, I
so.
can't imagine it would affect it. Like
Who knows?
too
Maybe
much
the new
really.
guy will be good as well. Like, still, like a good director and whatnot. But it's just not a good sign, especially because if this was any other game, you'd be like, "Oh, the director's leaving mid-cycle, making this new game." You'd be a bit like what Halo.
It's even like with a film as well, or TV or anything.
yeah,
like
it's
that,
not.
You know?
It's not a good sign.
No, it's
Never
not.
a good sign. I love Overwatch as well. I played that game to death on PC. Played a bit on console, but it's so much better on PC.
Yeah. I have the quote from Jeff. If you would like me to read it, obviously his leaving statement
Read away, Bones.
to make him sad, to make us all sad. I am leaving Blizzard Entertainment after 19 amazing years. I know, like interjecting here, but 19 is a wild time to be at one company.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's because Blizzard was like a video game through and through company. Now they're Activision and they are all about business and money, money, money.
I know, right, okay, back to it. It was truly the honour of a lifetime to have the opportunity to create worlds and heroes for such a passionate audience. I want to express my deep appreciation to everyone at Blizzard who supported our games, our game team, and our players. But I want to say a special thank you to the wonderful game developers that had shared in the journey of creation with me. Never accept the world as it appears to be. Always dare to see it for what it could be. I hope you do the same. GG, Jeffrey.
Oh, he
Kaplan.
said GG.
The gamer code.
His name's Jeff. Big Jeff.
So yeah, I mean it sucks, you know.
It does suck. I just I don't like
I mean,
bad news.
we'll see what's next for him, if anything. You know, if he chooses to do something. In the meantime,
probably take a break. I'd imagine. A company that long is quite.
And being in an industry which is like such demanding as the gaming industry has become this past while, or I mean, it always has been, but it just feels like these days it's more and more. You know,
it's because they're under huge pressure to deliver money wise.
Yeah,
The game could be shite, but if it makes a lot of money, they don't care.
It's the sad reality right there.
I got here EA Game Pass titles getting that sweet FPS boost. Xbox announced.
What games?
I think it was quite a majority of them.
Quite a lot. Huh?
It's starting out to me, obviously. Battlefield 4.
Of course, yes.
It's getting the FPS boost. It's not getting the resolution boost because you play that game, it's actually like 900p or something. It's quite disgusting to look at. It is. You play it. Looks at it on 720p. You'd be like, I can't even see the people.
What is this?
It's so fuzzy. That's what it's like. Battlefield games, Battlefield 5. That'd be quite cool actually. Go back to that maybe. The higher FPS, quite nice.
Yeah.
Titanfall games. I think I've seen like a lot of sports games in there.
Of course, yeah. EA Sports.
I thought they would all be 60 anyway. It's not like they're demanding. But that's good news. That FPS boost stuff is quite cool. I think they've done that for all the Bethesda games.
Yeah,
majority of them. So
it's always good for games to get FPS
free
boost and
everything.
anything, you know?
It's free with the Game Pass and whatnot.
Yeah.
You own the game, so really good.
Yes. Well, another thing I have is Sony is set to publish a new AAA PlayStation console exclusive multiplayer IP from Firewalk Studios. You know, a company founded by former Bungie veterans, as it looks to create a diverse slate of titles.
What's that mean at the end? Do they want there's gonna be multiple games? Like, are they making a new franchise?
I mean, it looks like it. I mean, it just says as it looks to create, then quotations, a diverse slate of titles.
They always say the key thing like X, and they'll pick like a Bungie for example, because the name will be like, oh.
That's founded by Bungie veterans.
Yeah, and they put that in. Like, it could have been anyone, but
I mean, the bolded Bungie as well.
I'd be like, this is the guys that brought you Halo, so this multiplayer game will be good.
It's going to be Halo.
They got a good track record. Anyone that worked in Bungie, to be honest with you, but
yeah,
I think PlayStation needs that. They don't really have anything multiplayer.
No,
they don't have. They have nothing like exclusive multiplayer wise.
They don't do that.
I remember a long time ago when Killzone came out in the PlayStation 2, and I remember people thinking that was going to be the Halo killer. Oh, were they wrong? It was nowhere near that. This was like peak.
Where's your Killzone now?
I know exactly. I actually like Killzone, but Halo killer. This is like peak Halo, like between Halo 2 and Halo 3.
Peak Halo. And those numbers are unheard of even to this day.
Exactly. What was it? Over 1 million people online at once. I don't think that's been beat yet. On Xbox only.
Yeah.
Not like all platforms.
No, purely just Xbox.
Yeah.
Those numbers, I haven't seen that numbers again.
And this was early, like this was 2007. This was only what, the third year?
This is the heyday.
I miss those days. Coming home from school, playing some Halo. We bros. But yeah, I don't know what else to think. Well, it could be anything. And since it's just announced, they're probably like, what, 6 months in?
Yeah, probably. It sounds something I mean wrong that region.
If it's a multiplayer game, it depends what it is. Is it going to be like a multiplayer Destiny? Is it going to be...
I say that seems to be the formula these days, really. You know, like Outriders is kind of a bit like that as well.
Looter shooter.
You know, Destiny, yeah.
Yeah, looter shooters. That's
I mean,
what they all are.
Those kind of games they take their toll a little bit after a while, you know? Because it's so much grinding.
I feel like that no one's mastered it yet.
Destiny came close.
Destiny's got the gameplay down to perfection.
They don't have the story, that's for sure.
Oh, I don't even start on the bloody... The lore sounds cool, but like, why is it so difficult to find?
Why is it so difficult to understand?
Why, like, Outriders, you can literally, like, it's got, like, the lore page, and you can just click on anything, and it'll have a big thing. You can read the history of Enoch, where the hell...
Outriders, the demo, told more story than Destiny 1 did.
Yeah, I mean, you go on Destiny 2, it's like the cards you can read. It's like a conversation between two people, and you're just like, who's talking right now? What are they talking about?
Character A has said this.
I know, it's like, what is happening? I'll say a name of, like, some fallen person. I'm like, who's this fallen guy? Like, why can't you just tell me a picture of, like, the fallen?
I didn't work on this game.
This is
I don't know who they are.
That's just turned a big run about Destiny more than anything. But I feel like the looter shooter just hasn't been perfected yet.
I think it's in that area of, like, it's almost getting there.
I think Destiny's still the best.
Slowly but surely.
The best one. I just wish their story was much better, but can't have it all.
Well, speaking of multiplayer games, online multiplayer for free-to-play games Unlocked is starting today on Xbox as of April 21st.
Yeah, I had that as well. My one. That was my last one.
So, I mean, obviously that comes after the whole situation where they were going to essentially double the price of Xbox Live.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was a really weird move to do.
Strange.
Do you think it was almost like one of those things of where people do that these days to then receive the backlash to then do the thing they want, you know?
Yeah, you get every game company.
Yeah, you always
does that.
get people
Activision and EA are masters at doing that. They do it every bloody time.
They're like,
right, so this loot box is going to be £20. Everyone outraged. Okay, we'll drop it to 15. Oh, see, they listen, guys. It's like, no, they're sitting there like, rubbing their fingers together.
No,
like,
not even that. It's not even that. It's like, okay, this loot box is $20. They're like, no, we don't want it. They're like, okay, we'll take it away. 6 months later, slowly creep it in.
Oh, that one as well.
Slowly move it in, you know?
Are really bad for that. Every Call of Duty launches with no loot boxes.
It's always the same. It's they
and then they just don't go
no loot boxes this time. No microtransactions. 3 months later, they're here.
I know.
The store's updated.
Joke. They do it every time.
Once
the reviews and all that are out. But yeah, that's all I have.
It makes sense for that to be free to play. I mean, I feel like it should have been like that from a long time ago, really. You know, free to play games. It should be free to play.
I was quite naive. I thought you didn't need Xbox Live Gold to play free play games. I always assumed it was like PlayStation. Whereas, like, if you don't pay for Xbox Live or anything, you can still actually play.
You can still play them. Yeah.
I had no idea. I just remember seeing the outrage, and I'm like, "Shit, I did not know that."
I think it's just because we're so used to having.
Very naive of me.
We've had just like Xbox Live for like years, so we're not really in the boat to experience that. But yeah, that's good news. I have numbers for Cyberpunk. If you want me to read these out.
Oh, what was that?
What they've sold. Like, there's some new data from CD Projekt Red anyway.
13 million sold or something.
Yeah, 13.7 million copies sold at the end of 2020.
That's a lot.
You should probably stop pre-ordering games, especially after what happened with that.
I know, but like that's a lot of copies.
Yeah, The Witcher 3 had its second best year in history in 2020. It has sold over 30 million units.
Altogether?
Not a year. Sold 30 million more.
I was like, what the fuck?
No, I think it just had its best, like, I think,
deserved.
It says its best, 30 million units.
That game
total.
Is freaking amazing. It deserves more than that.
If you don't have that game by now, the game is constantly on sale for dirt cheap, and it's one of the best games ever.
The Game of the Year edition is always like a $5.
It's crazy, yeah. But next gen console editions of both Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3 will launch in the second half of 2021, which is good news because Cyberpunk needs.
I'm just gonna wait until the end of the year to continue that game.
So am I.
I was near 50 hours in it, so
yeah,
I did play a huge chunk of it.
Well, I mean, some of the percentages from the copies sold anyway, I'll read them out quickly, is 56% of this, 56%, or roughly translates to 7.6 million, were sold on PC. Well, like more than half on PC, which makes sense because I think PC was the one that worked the best.
Yeah, I thought it'd be quite even out. But
yeah, and then we've got 28% or 3.84 million sold on the PS4, 17% or 2.3 million sold on the Xbox One.
Unlucky boys, you shouldn't have bought that game on the Xbox One. That game looked like a pile of trash.
That game was a hot piece of shit.
Oh, I can't believe they did that. And the fact that they used to say things like, "Oh, we didn't know it was going to be that bad."
Oh, we're so sorry, we didn't know.
Our tester, they blamed the testers. I was like, I'm pretty sure they would have noticed that as soon as they freaking launched the game.
It's a whole situation though. Like, it's easy to say like, "Oh, why would you do that? It's so stupid." But they're under pressure, and it's like they were kind of the people that were working on it. It's not their fault. They were told to like ultimately do it. You know, it's management sort of thing.
It is. It was management issues. It's no one else. That's literally whose fault. They were just doing it to impress the investors.
I mean, it sucks though because Cyberpunk
disappointing.
It's just
CD Projekt Red were they were that studio where I was like
they were held in high esteem by
they're the ones that everyone should inspire to be, and
then they just turned out to be like the rest of them.
Yeah, they just fell down. They just fell from grace. Now they're just doing everything possible to get back to that level. That's why that game sold so well, was because everyone loved.
Everyone pre-ordered it because they just thought it was going to be The Witcher 3-esque, you know, in terms of... I know The Witcher 3 had its problems to begin with, right? There's no denying that. Sure, some versions had like little bugs now and then, but it was nowhere near
it was your typical
Cyberpunk.
Open world, deep RPG.
Yeah, you expect it. It's such a big...
They're always going to be there.
And the size of that map in that game, I mean...
Let's get it straight. Skyrim still has bugs.
You mean from Bugthesda? There's no such thing as bugs in their games.
Oh, man. I swear to God, they use the same engine for the next game. I'm going to kill myself.
Let's hope not. But that's all I have for this week anyway. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Nope, that is all from me.
No. Right, okay. Well, I mean, hopefully we don't miss anything else like we did for Castlevania. As soon as we sign off, that was announced like that.
I know, it was quite funny.
Maybe if we cancel this, end this video, the Snyderverse will come back.
Take a picture of it's me, my knees, screaming, crying.
Yes.
It's just tears flowing. Oh, one day.
It's sad, I know. Yeah. But yes, thank you for watching. The links to all of our socials will be in the description as always. Remember to like and subscribe, helps the channel. Share, help us out. And we will see you next week for more of the Weekly Roundup.
Right, see you guys later.
Bye.